The genre of anime dating visual novels has always been something I've just cast aside and ignored from the Steam store. Tons of regurgitated, redundant carbon copies of the same game are just shat onto Steam every single day, and initially, this game Doki Doki Literature Club mimics first glance the style of these dating simulators and even provides attributes of those games. But ultimately, once you scratch the surface, there is a giant, terrifying, interestingly weird, disturbing and mind-blowing experience to endure. If you haven't played this game or don't want any spoilers, I implore you to stop this video right now and play it. It's free on Steam, so don't worry about the fact you have to pay, even though it's worth a price. It's a slow start, but trust me, you will not regret this. Is everyone gone? Okay. This is a horror game. Everything about it perfectly disguises itself as an anime dating sim. From the Steam description to the opening first 2 hours of the game, there's next to no foreshadowing or indication about the horror aspect. Apart from a disclaimer in the Steam category, but these things are probably required to be in the game and is mostly overlooked and forgotten. But when it finally hits you, it hits you hard.
The door. Oh my god! Oh.
I mean, playing this game blind when it lulls you into a false sense of security must be one of the best and most horrifying experiences in a horror game to date, as you've really got to know and bonded and proclaimed your love to this character just before they're slaughtered in the most blood-curdling way. After she dies, the game seemingly ends, but something isn't quite right. Sayori's character is replaced with a mishmash of the other characters, and this mysterious text keeps popping up. You then play through the game again, but this time the game has gone to absolute shit. The horrific impact of the disturbing suicide still remains inside you as you play through it again, with an image of her still body hanging in the bedroom even on the notice board in the background. The characters become extremely exaggerated, clingy, disturbed and mean, all except Monica, the president of the literature club. Originally, all 3 of these characters are slightly flawed, depression, low self-esteem, and such, but now, they've gone absolutely bazinga. There are twisted poems replacing the light-hearted ones that appeared before. There's blood, people losing their faces, glitches, corrupted text, the graphics become distorted. You can just feel the game melting around you, and there's nothing you can do about it. An argument from the first walkthrough of the game between Yuri and Natsuki breaks out again, but instead of silly classic anime dating simulator topics like cupcakes and breast size, the topics turn disturbingly to self-harm, while the image becomes twisted and unclear. You are brought to that choice of who to side with again, but no matter who you choose, Monica appears over the text and the other characters. This is the first time we witness Monica's power she truly holds. She is the puppet master behind all of this. For example, before you discover Sayori's death, she passively says, "You really left her hanging this morning." You just don't pick it up at first, but when you make the connection later, it is gross and chilling to think about. One of the most memorable and harrowing moments of the game is when Yuri confesses that she's madly in love with you, and asks you to go out with her. Regardless of your choice you make, she laughs to herself and proceeds to stab herself to death. What terrified me about Yuri's death was how innocent bouncy music played as she pulled the knife out and proceeds to gut herself. After all this, the game restarts, with just you and Monica in the classroom floating through space and time. Just staring into that innocent yet corrupted face of Monica sent a chill down my spine. She begins explaining the story, but she just states that you already know that. She confesses that she has influenced all these horrific events, leading to the death of Sayori, Yuri and Natsuki. You believe that this story couldn't take a darker chapter, but indeed it does. She completely breaks the fourth wall. Monica refers to you not by your chosen name in the game, but you, your Steam name. If you're playing this game through Steam, she comments on it, claiming that the file directory was more difficult to get to as it was installed through Steam. If you're recording at that moment, she even makes note of that, saying that it's not nice to record people without telling them. She even says hi to the audience watching your video. She talks about the comment section and how she's on the spot now she's being recorded. She makes comments about the real world that we all live in, how it's too far from her reach, and wants to stay with you forever. When you reach the end of the game, the credits roll in a very Portal-esque way, with Monica playing and singing her own song, Your Reality, which is attuned to the main theme that has been varied throughout the game. This ending is magnificent because the song is not only creepy, but weirdly adorable and solemn. A perfect note to end on as you listen and reflect on all the insanity and horror you've just witnessed. It's just a 2 to 3 hour game, but it feels so rewarding to come to the end of a journey. It's also the first and only time we hear any vocals throughout the game. Doki Doki Literature Club is a fantastic masterpiece, masking a psychological horror game under an anime dating visual novel. It raises real life issues about depression and abuse. It also implements a feature not many gamers have seen at all, an AI who can detect things you're doing whilst playing the game, also adding to the scare factor. If you're a rebel and decided to watch this without playing it, first of all, you're an idiot. I still beg you to try this game, as there are other secrets and chunks of story I've not mentioned, so there's no harm in playing this free shocker of a game. Anyway, thanks for watching, from me and Monica.